מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד.
Erev Tov, everyone. Good evening to you all. Always a special night tonight, coming together to honor our high school seniors, number one, to honor our teachers, and a few extra honors as well tonight for Andy and Alia, too, that we'll be thinking about. But it's really beautiful when we get to be with these youth, these children, these teens, these young adults, most of their lives, and watch their journeys and hear from them about what's most special. But what's really important for us is that we come together as a community, of course, at Temple Shir Shalom, so we know the people that we're together with. So one, if you're watching online right now, let us know you're watching and where you're watching from, and give extra shout-outs to the graduates you may be here for. But for those who are here together in our sanctuary, it's nice that we can be here as a community. And I neglected, we also honor our outgoing SISTI board and our incoming SISTI board as part of tonight's service, too. Lots of things. But don't worry, it will be over by like midnight, so it's really not a long service. I'm just kidding. But let's meet people. So find somebody you're sitting near who you may or may not know, introduce yourself to them, and wish them a good evening, a Erev Tov.
Childhood was for fantasies, for nursery rhymes and toys. The world was much too busy to understand small girls and boys. As I grew up, I came to learn that life is not a game, that heroes were just people that we called another name. And the old shall dream dreams, and the youth shall see visions, and our hope shall rise up to the sky. We must live for today, we must build for tomorrow. Give us time, give us strength, give us life. And the old shall dream dreams, and the youth shall see visions, and our hope shall rise up to the sky. We must live for today, we must build for tomorrow. Give us time, give us strength, give us life. Give us time, give us strength, give us life.
At the end of each Shabbat, the Jewish people celebrate a ceremony called Havdalah. Havdalah means separation. We learned that even though this was traditionally done on Saturday night, we could do it up until Tuesday morning. And so for the past 4 years, at the end of the most of our Fruman Youth Program Sunday night schools, we concluded our special time together with a Havdalah ceremony. As we finish our last Sunday night school, we finish with our last Havdalah ceremony.
We believe that to live life to its fullest, we have to learn how to make each day unique. The infant does not know one day from the next. As we grow, we realize that life is a series of separations. As we look back on the beauty of Shabbat, our formal Jewish education, and the chance it has given us to celebrate the high points of our lives, so we must formally separate Shabbat from the rest of the week and high school from the rest of what the future holds.
We read responsively. God is my help, my trust in the eternal, and I will not be afraid. God is my strength, the source of my spirit. With joy, we draw the water of understanding from the wells of our experience.
The Eternal brings us help with blessings and goodness.
Give us light and joy, gladness and goodness. Let us make good memories in our lives.
We lift up the cup to rejoice in your saving power and call out your name in praise.
The Havdalah ritual begins with fire. With this braided candle, the Jewish people suggested fire is the symbol of civilization, humans' ability to conquer nature. That is why the ancients of our faith believed that fire was the first invention after the creation of the world. So, on this Sunday night, we reenact that first night after the creation of the world.
The candle's double wick reminds us that all qualities are paired. We have the power to create many different fires, some useful and others that are destructive. Let the fire we kindle this week be holy. Let it bring light, warmth, and dignity to all humanity. For the past 13 years, our teachers have taught us to do these things as they have brought more light into our worlds. Because of this, as we honor our teachers tonight, we would like to recognize first all those who dedicated their Sunday mornings, afternoons, and evenings teaching us. If you are here, please stand and remain standing so that we can recognize you.
Pre-K, Linda Goldenberg. Kindergarten, Julie Bussell. And first grade, Sarah Mountain.
Second grade, Janet Kelly and Adam Kessler. Third grade, Marla Schloss and Robin Tarnow.
Fourth grade, Sharon Alpert Matin, Richard Scheck, Miriam Svidler, Stephanie Audis Strunk, Amy Duville, Loden Helpner, and Safi Kidron. Fifth grade, Danielle DePriest, Kate Nidron, Pam Kornfeld, Lindsay Acker, Stephanie Audis Strunk, Loden Helpner, and Iran Resnick.
Sixth grade, Jeff Brockman, Kate Tabor-Negrone, Mallory Schwartz, Stephanie August Strunk, Esty Faber, Shlomi Hammer, and Carly Rosen.
Seventh grade, Rima Achatura, Jeff Brockman, Jeremy Brown, Ellie Farber, Eliza Firestone, Ben Gold, Marissa Horn, Allie Kramer, and Ellie Moskowitz.
Eighth grade, Rima Achatura, Alia Alazib, Jeff Brockman, Hannah Gordon, Aaron Klaus, Allie Kramer, Victoria Lechner, Nathan Moskowitz, Seth Rosen, Sarah Shack.
High school, Alia Alazem, Yuval Avaram, Jeremy Brown, Ali Kramer, Noah Lumbroso, Tamar Schnitzer, and Itai Schwartz.
Our associate directors, Judy Lewis, Missy Borman, Cheryl Blau, Sarah Allen, and Andy Lieberman. We also want to honor the teachers who continue to bring light into our world, who were with us and our fellow students during this past year. As we call your name, please join our other teachers in standing. Rima Achatura, Colleen Altman, Julie Bussell.
Jeremy Brown, Gary Cooper, Jennifer Dock.
Carly Eisen, Ellie Farber, Lynn Goldberg.
Shlomi Hamer, Gabe Hessenthaler, and Joseph Liebson.
Joseph Liebeck, Mindy Nathan, Lori Nosenchuk.
Miriam Schloss, Itai Schwartz, Amy Seidman.
David Solomon, Stephanie Strunk.
Hannah Strasburger, Robin Tarno. Please join us in thanking this incredible group. Thank you.
We bless wine at this Havdalah service as a symbol of life and happiness. As wine represents sweetness, so with understanding and care of others can we see beyond the ugliness and misery which stain our world. As we bless this wine, so may we be willing to bring sweetness into our lives. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech ha'olam, Borei peri hagafen. Blessed are you, Adonai our God, ruler of the universe, who created the fruit of the vine.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen borei peri hagafen.
The spices we smell symbolize the spiritual treasure of Shabbat. We sniff a pleasant fragrance to refresh our soul, even when we know Shabbat is over. It is a reminder that each sense we possess is a pathway to the soul. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech ha'olam, borei minei besamim. Blessed are you, Adonai our God, ruler of the universe, who creates varied spices.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei minei besamim borei minei besamim.
May Shabbat's glow always remind us that we must be a light unto the nation, and a people that is willing to bring understanding and light to the world. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, be'orei me'orei ha'esh. Blessed are you, Adonai our God, ruler of the universe, who creates the lights of fire.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei me'orei ha'esh borei me'orei ha'esh.
Out of everything I have learned from my rabbis, peers, and Shir Shalom as a whole, it is open-mindedness. Without a doubt, Sisti has been one of the most meaningful aspects of my Jewish education, and every Sunday I am amazed by the discussions and deliberations we are able to have. We speak about current events, about issues that matter to each and every one of us in our own individual lives and as part of a Jewish community, and reflect on what they mean as a whole, as well as what they mean to us as Jews. In all my time at Shir Shalom, but most notably the past 4 years, I have become more proficient in listening to and empathizing with a variety of different perspectives, opinions, and approaches to problem solving. These skills I know will serve me in college and beyond, and I am grateful to those who have helped me to learn them.
I've been going to Sunday night school, then Sisti, for as long as I can remember. I started out in kindergarten all the way up to 6th grade, then became a Mahonekim while in middle school. I continued my Jewish education by becoming a Sistiite during my high school years. It has been a rock in my life. It was always the start of the next school week and something I could look forward to. It was especially the rock during COVID, since I knew that there was a community that was always there for me. And to me, that is what religion is all about. It is the rock in your life. It helps you set your core values and give you a great community to be part of.
My Judaism has been sculpted, molded, changed, and reflected through my time at Temple Shir Shalom. Starting in kindergarten with Shoresh and culminating in high school with Sisti, I've been able to apply my newfound knowledge and prioritize Jewish values. Unfortunately, I've had to miss multiple Sisti events this past year due to my health. With this being said, there was not a single time where I did not feel welcome here at Temple. Whether this be at services, Sunday night school, or Sisti trips and events, the embraceful hugs were unbelievably warm, easy, and meditative. While I can stand here and talk about how much Sisti and Temple have impacted me, I think the greatest influence has been the community I have developed and the values I have applied. As I matured, I was overwhelmed with the hatred and chaos that seemed to control our world. With the help of Temple, I learned what the word tikkun olam meant, repairing our world. Sisti allowed me to grow upon this belief and make sense of its importance. This laid the foundation for the future of volunteering and community service that I have and plan to continue. As I move on to study social policy at Michigan, I know I will carry the values of tikkun olam with me. I plan to use the Sisti environment as a blueprint for an ideal community, one that is healthy, productive, euphoric, inclusive, and generous. Moreover, I want to thank every single one of the people who have gotten me to this point today and allowed me to grow as not only a Jew, but as a human. Thank you to my parents and family who enrolled me in Shoresh and encouraged me to fit my Judaism into my life. Thank you to Rabbi Daniel, Rabbi Mike, Alia, and my Shoresh teachers, and all the incredible staff for encouraging me to recognize the strength of my Judaism and its importance in addressing modern issues. And lastly, but certainly not least, thank you to my fellow seniors. You have pushed me to realize the importance of my Jewish community and allowed me to grow and mature. I know every single one of us will continue to break down barriers and build a world that reflects our values.
After the Colleyville Synagogue hostage crisis, I was shaken. All my Jewish friends were. But that's just the problem. To my non-Jewish peers, it seemed as if the news was no different than the day prior. Watching them laugh and act normally, despite the weight of the emergency, only worsened my upset. With few Jewish friends at school, I felt alone in my distress. That Sunday, Sisti felt more meaningful than normal. The weight in the air that had been dragging me down that week was suddenly shared on all of the shoulders around me. This unspoken understanding echoes the importance of what my time at Temple thus far has meant. Above all, having a community. I think back on the past 12 years, to making challah and learning Hebrew letters, to volunteering and learning together, and it's hard to wrap my brain around how much we've grown. But despite this marker of change and the fun, frivolous memories that flood my definition of our Temple family, it's these heavier moments, which we are able to share, that remind me of the deeper sanctity of this community and reassure me that even after graduation, this will always be a place I can return and depend on.
One major impactful experience that I had was during COVID. We were still able to meet even if it was on Zoom. The staff made it so possible for all of us to be together in one way or another so we could have some form of normalcy even during a worldwide pandemic. When we got to go back in person, for some of us it was the only time we left our houses and got some human interaction. I know for me, I waited every week to see all my friends because it was a place where I felt safe and knew it was like a break from reality for a few hours. The staff at Sunday night school, like Alia, Jeremy, Rabbi Mike, and Rabbi Dan, have all made an impact on my life, and I have had an amazing time growing up with people to look up to.
There's a saying we all know, home is where the heart is. To me, home is many things. It's a place where I'm loved, where I can find the people that I love, and somewhere where I feel safe and accepted. At Sisti, I walk into the room and instantly find myself surrounded by some of my favorite people. People that I can have genuine conversations with, or even just joke around. There, I can be my authentic self and know that those surrounding me accept me. I remember when my 8th grade class came to visit. We did a little mixer where each person had to have a conversation with another or current SISTE member for what honestly felt like a really long time. I was really nervous, as I was not comfortable speaking with all those scary high schoolers yet. As we moved around talking to different people, there was one girl that I just happened to be paired up with. She listened intently and asked me questions about my story, and it made me feel so much more comfortable and pushed me even more to want to come back the following school year. Experiences like these are what show each and every person involved in SISTE that they have a place there, no matter what. Ever since starting SHORESH in kindergarten, I've had a group of friends that I really only saw on that one special day each week. The time we spent together was the best, over Hebrew and Judaic lessons, delicious snacks, and especially the retreats. As we grew up, I'll be honest, I was really worried that we may grow apart throughout the years. However, almost all of us decided to continue with SISTE, and ever since then, my Sundays have only gotten better and better. We're constantly reminiscing about the times we had growing up, things like the dead animal rooms, the marshmallow guns, and the cinnamon rolls from the retreats. Yum. And so many more things. That first night that I attended SISTE as an official high schooler, I was quite uncomfortable being in a new environment. But my friends and my SISTE family helped make that social hall feel like the safest and most comfortable place on earth. Rabbi Mike, Rabbi Dan, I don't know how you do it, but you've impacted each of our lives individually in such a special way. You both always know the right things to say to help guide us through any rough patches that we have, and I could never thank you enough. Andy, you've been the most amazing mentor that anyone could have asked for. You've taught me all different things about all parts of life: communication, organization, compassion, and appreciation. I've had the most wonderful time these past 2 years spending every Sunday morning with you. Alia, where do I even begin? From that first day being your Mechonikim in 7th grade, I knew that our time together would blossom into something amazing. You've taught me so many things: lessons in kindness and how to share it with the world, open-mindedness, never judging and accepting everyone and anyone and everyone, and how to change the world around me, even if it's just one person at a time. The saying from the beginning of this speech continuously holds true. Home is where the heart is, and SISTE is my home. I will forever be grateful for the past 4 years, helping shape me into the person today, and helping pave the way for me to continue on this path as I move forward with my future.
I'd like to invite up Alia Alazem, our teen engagement director, has been working with our high schoolers these past 4 years, and 5 years total working with us, and one of the vice presidents of our congregation, Terry Cooper, will join us on the bima to help us with some gifts as well. Just saw someone too. And I'm going to also invite Dr. Howard Blank to join us as a board member on the bima too, to give out some gifts. You have to say nothing, Howie, don't worry. To stand here, look good. Help us, because we have 2 gifts for our seniors, as Alia calls them up.
Morgan Cook, daughter of Jennifer Matlow and Christopher Cook. Alexander Green, son of Sandra and Jonathan Green. Haley Lippman, daughter of Erica Lippman and Neil Lippman. Naomi Parr, daughter of Allison and Harry Parr. Alexis Redman, daughter of Alyssa Abrams Redman and Bill Redman. Scarlett Shia, daughter of Ashley Lowe and Robert Shia. Rebecca Weiskopf, daughter of Lisa and Michael Weiskopf. Macy West, daughter of Melanie and Martin West.
How awesome is this moment for us? Really, this is one of the reasons that we became rabbis, cantor, educators, teen engagement directors, staff, to be here for moments like this. I'll talk more about that in a moment, but I want you to know what's in your hands first. As you guys started off, you mentioned that every Sunday night, as we've been together, we concluded with Havdalah, most of them. And so the top set of those gifts in those blue boxes is a beautiful set, a Havdalah set from Israel that we got for each of you to be able to enjoy so that tradition can carry on. Whether it's on a Saturday night as you're in your dorms at college or later in life, or when you're missing us and we're thinking of you as well on a Sunday night to be able to share that with friends as well. Underneath that is a book called Jewish Wisdom. It's not a book that most people read cover to cover from front to the back, but it's one that we know that you guys will enjoy because there's different topics that it's made so that you can choose a topic and flip to it, to continue to be inspired, to continue to think about your world in a Jewish way. Or when you have a question or you're curious, one, you've got our cell phone numbers, but two, if you don't want to text us because it's late at night or too early in the morning, you can flip to that book and find some great resources. And third, a certificate just to remind you of this special day. But really these last, starting with 13 years ago. For me, it's really cool to be able to stand here because I feel like I'm graduating with you for a moment. I started at the same time that your class started in pre-K and kindergarten. That your kindergarten year was my first full year here at Temple as a rabbi. And to be able to watch you grow as you joined in elementary school, some of you in middle school, it's really awesome just to see the young adults who you've become. Watching you grow up for these little shouting children that were running around the halls here at Temple and then at the corners, Hillel, JCC, here at Temple, a little bit of everywhere has been amazing. The trips that we've taken, the retreats that we've been on, the experiences that we've shared, the conversations that we've had. That you guys have added more depth. You've added more learning and opportunities for all of us. We're told that each one of us learns from our students as well. Hopefully that we're able to pass on some knowledge, some traditions. And I've got to share that I've learned a lot from all of you. And you guys have made me a better rabbi, better father. That I watch you and I see these incredible young adults as we've traveled to New York and to DC, watch the experiences that we've had on camping trips, and seen such incredible young adults, people who are kind, caring, who look out for the people around them, who know, as you talked about, how to build that community and to be there to give each other a hug when you need it, or just to be able to listen. The ability that you have to take things in, to watch the world around you and then to process them on your own time. It's amazing. It makes us really proud to be associated with you guys. We talked about this being home for you. And we want you to know, just like some of the Sisteites who are here tonight and who came back on Sunday nights, this is always home for you guys. There's always a place for you at our dinner table. And we want to see you when you're back in town, whether it's on a Sunday night or as we get to take you out on college campuses, or when you're back, we get to take you out for lunch. Because this incredible opportunity that we've had to build these relationships over these number of years means a lot. We look forward to continuing to celebrate with you in good times and in difficult times. Our tradition says that it was at Mount Sinai that Moses was given the Torah. And Moses passed it on to Joshua, who passed it on to the elders, who then passed it on to the Great Assembly. Our tradition is that you guys are that next link in the chain. And we've got to say that we're really proud of all of you. We know that you guys are going to be strong links in that chain who carry on that tradition, who pass it on, and who always make us proud.
You should feel good about yourselves as individuals and as a community, a class. One, like he said, you've raised Rabbi Daniel. You've taught him a lot. He's doing very, very well. Talked about how little you were, but let's be honest, Alex Green was taller than me when he was in first grade. Towering, always. But I just think of that as, in a sense, analogous to how each of you individually have impacted us and what you've done for us, what you've done for our community. Our world is really messed up. You guys mentioned that. But you're what gives us hope. When we hear you, when we watch you, when we see what you're doing in your lives, we hear how you reflect upon things and take care of each other, we know that, yes, our responsibility as Jews is to have hope, and you help carry that forward. So there are challenging times ahead, but we know we'll get through it because we have leaders like you. We have people like you who care deeply about one another and about our world, about making a difference and making things better. And we know that you will never give up on that. We understand that you will carry that strongly. And again, you'll hold on to that hope. So thank you for giving that to us, for honoring that and taking some of the things that you've gained here and carrying them forward. Taking those as blessings and realizing that you have great responsibility as well. And it's really a gift. It's a gift that you all have and that you share with our world. And we're excited to see where you take it now and how you make things good and make things better and how you enjoy the moments along the way. So we ask of you always. What this time together on Sunday nights was an opportunity for us to take a break from the craziness of our world, to reflect on things, but to appreciate the moment, to realize how precious it was that we had that gift of this time together. You will continue making moments like that in what you do, and you'll make those your gifts and your blessings, and that you'll share with others. So that is a blessing that you brought to our congregation, to our rabbis, to everyone who you touched, and that we ask now for God to bless you as well. May God bless you. May God protect you.
Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'choneka.
May God shine upon you. May God shine through you.
Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom.
Morgan, Alex, Haley, Naomi, Lexis, Scarlett, Rebecca, Macy, may God always be a part of who you are, giving you your strength and your wisdom and your gifts, giving you nachas from kinder, the joy you give to your parents that they all feel right now. May you feel that in your lives too. May you have gesund health. May you be blessed with that as you continue on. And strength, parnasa, success in what you do and what you create. And most of all, may you be blessed with shalom, with peace in your heart, in your mind. May you all truly bring more peace into our world.
Vayasem lecha shalom.
And parents, you should... And for the parents of our graduates, we ask you to stand in your seats for a moment, and there's a special blessing that Rabbi Mike will be leading you all in as we ask God to bless your children.
So yes, as all of you proud parents now, standing together, hopefully, as you look upon your children, you felt great joy. And if you read these words with me that are in your prayer supplements too, I'll give you a moment to find them. May God, who blessed our ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah, bless all our children who are graduating from high school. May the Holy One protect and deliver them from all trouble and distress. May God favor them with knowledge, understanding, and wisdom, bringing blessings to them and enriching learning experience so they can make a lasting contribution to the benefit of humankind. Wherever they may go, whatever they do, help them be true children of our people Israel, faithful to justice and truth, eager for knowledge and insight. May the study of Torah be sweet on their lips. And let us all say,
Amen. Now I'm grown, the years have passed. I've come to understand there are choices to be made, and my life's at my command. I cannot have a future till I embrace my past. I promise to pursue the challenge. Time is going fast, and the old shall dream dreams, and the youth shall see visions, and our hope shall rise up to the sky. We must live for today. We must build for tomorrow. Give us time, give us strength, give us life.
As part of our celebration tonight, one of the things that we get to do is honor our outgoing SISTE board and to install our new high school youth group board as well. So if I could have all of our outgoing members and newly elected SISTE board, if you guys will come stand next to each other in gavel order, starting at this end with our presidents, making your way that way on the front of the bima, and we'll hand out different things that you guys are going to need as well.
New get the old. No? It's outgoing, Abby, it's outgoing, get the little candles. Incoming, get the big ones. It's no reflection on anything else.
We got to light your candle. Well-oiled machine.
Before you are a leader, success is all about growing yourself. When you become a leader, success is all about growing others. I install you, Isabella Semino, as president of SISTE. In the Bible, in the book of Proverbs, we read, "Where there is no vision, the people will perish." 29:18. Always have vision. I reinstall you, Ella Blank, as the religious and cultural vice president of SISTE.
Never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it is the only thing that ever has. That's by Margaret Mead. I install you, Jordan Gran, as a social action vice president of SISTE.
People do not care how much you know until they know how much you care. I install you, Charlotte Brager, as the membership vice president of SISTE.
Sorry, guys. Life's most persistent and urgent question is, what are you doing for others? I install you, Aiden Shoresh, as the treasurer of SISTE.
We must never forget that people buy into the leader before they buy into a mission statement. I install you, Bailey, as the secretary of SISTE.
Great leadership usually starts with a willing heart, a positive attitude, and a desire to make a difference. I install you, Naomi, as a board member at large of SISTE. I will try to install you.
Life is a series of separations. At birth, an infant separates fully from its mother. Time, growth, maturity brings further separations. Havdalah is to teach us how to say goodbye to even the happiest times and prepares us for new roads and new experiences that makes life a little more interesting, exciting, and livable.
May something of Shabbat in our informal and formal Jewish educations, meaning and message stay with us as we enter our future. May the spirit of Elijah, the prophet, help us realize that we have to lift all that we do to a higher plane of holiness and always be honest to the truths we believe in. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, hamavdil bin kodesh lechol. Blessed are you, Adonai our God, who distinguishes the holy and the ordinary, between the light and dark, between Israel and the nations, between the seventh day and the 6 days of creation. Praised are you, who distinguishes between what is holy and the profane.
Melech haolam. מבדיל בין קודש לחול. שבוע טוב, 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 שבוע טוב. A good week, a week of peace. May gladness reign and joy increase. A good week, a week of peace. May gladness reign and joy increase.
So leading this fearless group has been our Teen Engagement Director and Youth Group Advisor, Alia Alazem, and so I'd like to invite her up so that we can honor her this evening as well. Rabbi's coming up too. So Alia, what an incredible 6 years it's been. You first came to us on Sunday mornings teaching in our second grade program, as we heard from Rebecca. First grade. As we heard from Rebecca, while you're still working with Repair the World. And what we saw in your classroom was representative of the wonderful skills and qualities that you brought for the last 5 years into SISTI, Sunday Night School, and the Mahone program, and everything that you did here at Temple. We often talk about the core values that we have at Temple, one of those being believing in connections and inclusion. In these past 6 years, you've lived that value with our preschoolers, our elementary school students, middle schoolers, high school students, college students, and all the families that we have here at Temple. You've been the Pied Piper to whom our students and families have turned for direction, support, motivation, a shoulder to lean on, or even a hand to hold. You've demonstrated and modeled what it means to value relationships and to act with integrity. In classrooms, on retreats, with our youth group board, you've taught, mentored, and shaped the next generation of Jewish leaders at Temple and in our community. And as you've grown in this position as well, it's been wonderful to know that not only can our students and families rely on you, but that we can trust turning to you as well. That we could continue to add responsibilities to your plate and know that they would not only be completed, but they would be accomplished with your creative, caring, compassionate nature shining through the work that you've done. As we open the Torah this week, we turn to a portion known as Bechukotai. And our tradition is that when we read this portion, we end with the words, Chazak, Chazak, V'nit Chazek. Be strong, let us strengthen one another. Alia, during these past 6 years, that's what you've done. You've strengthened our community, and we hope we've strengthened you. And so as a small token of our appreciation, we have a gift for you to open later. And we hope that's one that you'll use often, and that when you do use it, you'll think of the light that you brought to our community and the lights that will continue to grow because of what you shared with all of our youth and our families. Thank you.
Today's the day I take my stand. The future's mine to hold. Commitments that I make today are dreams from days of gold. I'll have to show the way for generations come and go. I'll have to teach them what I've learned so they will come to know that the old shall dream dreams and the youth shall see visions and our hopes shall rise up to the sky. We
And we'd like to call up Andy Lieberman, our Associate Director of SHORESH these past 5 years as well, to say some nice things and a little honor as well. Let's hike on up here. Go over. From Sunday mornings at the corners to Hillel to the JCC to Family Fun Day, a petting zoo, and Super Sunday bowling, you've done a wonderful job of organizing the educational and social programming of our pre-K through 6th graders for the last 5 years. But then again, it was based on your over 40 years of involvement in Jewish education. Who could have anticipated what these last 2 years would bring for all of us? But Andy, you've been a rock-solid individual in helping us navigate and create even greater success despite the challenges our world has thrown our way. Your calm through the storm and willingness to try whatever we all came up with together helped us keep our students engaged and our teachers always supported. Our kids have been your priority, not merely how we transmit our faith to them, but how we make sure we do it with joy. You are also a teacher's teacher, always there to help and provide guidance. Our appreciation is shared by our teaching team, as they all have known they could count on you. Your experience with what you brought to our community has proven invaluable, from connections with those outside of our congregation to seeing our program with fresh eyes. We trusted you with this gem we call SHORESH, and you've helped it shine even more. And let us not forget your unique sense of humor, always keeping us on our toes and making sure we maintained the right perspective. Definitely helping us laugh often and enjoy what we're able to do together. And yes, we mentioned a moment ago, as we finish reading this portion of the Torah, those words continue to resonate, chazak, chazak, v'nit chazek, as you have helped us strengthen what we do these past years. So may you continue to do so in our community and with all those blessed to be with you, wherever you might find yourself. And your gift, which we share with you before our services started, we know you will enjoy thoroughly, and hope will provide just one more reason to say, to life. And so we sing in your honor, Andy, and in honor of all of our teachers, Kaddish de Rabbanan, reminding us of the holiness you and the learning we're able to do and brings into our lives. And just as we honor you, I want to also thank Julie Flashner, who you brought to Temple Shir Shalom as our assistant in the office and helping our religious school, and has continued to work tirelessly alongside with you and with all of us. And as we sing Kaddish de Rabbanan, it goes to you and to Alia, to Julie, to all of our teachers, these words.
For our teachers and their students, and the students of our students, we ask for peace and loving kindness, and let us say Amen. And for those who study Torah here and everywhere, may they be blessed with all they need, and let us say Amen. We ask for peace and loving kindness, and let us say Amen. We ask for peace and loving kindness, and let us say, please join me. We ask for peace and loving kindness, and let us say Amen. We ask for peace and loving kindness, and let us say Amen.
And so, again, a mazel tov to all of our parents who are present, whether they're SISTI parents whose children are a part of our leadership, or our high school parents, seniors and having that nachas, especially to the president of our congregation, Allison Parr, whose daughter is a senior. We didn't call her into board responsibility tonight because we wanted her to just sit and enjoy with all of you as well. To the board members who helped us tonight, Dr. Howard Blank and Terry Cooper for helping so much. Again, to all of our teachers coming on a Sunday evening, but really, we wanted to thank you, but hopefully you feel really good in seeing, what you've been a part of and knowing that connection that you've had for these years. Some of our graduates who came to honor our teachers and their friends, it's really nice that you wanted to come back and be a part of that. It means a lot to us all. And it's sort of, this service is special in a number of ways. One sense, it sort of feels like, ooh, summer's here. It reminds us of that. It's nice to have that feeling, right, after a long year and a lot of things we're able to try and create together. Two, but the success that we get to celebrate and how proud we all should feel. And three, the reality of what our future holds and seeing all of these children and what they've done. It means a lot to us. So we thought it makes sense for us all today to end with a blessing as together we say the Shechianu. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, Shechianu v'kiyamanu v'higianu lazman hazeh. Bless you, God, ruler of the universe, who's given us life, sustained us, and brought us to this awesome moment together.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, shechianu v'kimanu v'higianu lazman hazeh.
We know that a blessing can only be truly fulfilled when there's food to go along with it. And so as we're getting ready, there's a special oneg to be able to celebrate our teachers, our graduates, Andy and Alia. And so we conclude, but we also, before we do that, a special shout out to Brian Fishman as well, our executive director, who's behind the scenes making things work and happen too. And with that, we invite you into the foyer for a special celebratory oneg. Shavua Tov.
So, yeah, it was nice. So, were you guys going to talk?